What's going on, everybody? How y'all doing? I hope this message reaches you in good energy. I hope you and your loved ones are in good health. So today I wanted to talk about being asked for advice, having the honor to give advice, and your demeanor when someone does ask you for it. So let's get into it. Quote of the day. When someone asks you for advice, it is an honor, and you should treat it as such. The Catalyst. Song of the day, Snake Eater by Cynthia Harrell. So, I have been fortunate enough to be asked quite often and quite frequently for advice, for guidance, for leadership. It's something that I've done for a large part of my life, something that I continue to do, something that I will continue to do, and it's something that I had to learn to be, I don't want to say respectful, but you have to consider other people's feelings. Because I don't feel like I was disrespectful in any of my earlier feedbacks or my earlier times giving advice, but I think that sometimes my approach can be a little too heavy-handed. The thing that I want to touch on today is when someone trusts you enough to ask you for your advice, the first thing is that trust, right? That needs to be respected, maintained, and protected. You don't need to be talking about their problems to everybody. You don't need to be spreading their business. You don't need to let everyone know that they don't know about a subject or a topic. Protect them and trust them when they ask you for advice, number one, right? Number two is be respectable. Be respectful to whoever asks you for that. You want to make sure that you let them know whatever you're about to say, whatever advice you are going to give them, you mean it in the most respectful way as possible, because sometimes there's constructive feedback that needs to be given. The other thing that I would say is to not belittle someone. That kind of goes into being respectful, but I think it's a different category because you don't want to talk down to somebody. You don't want to be like, well, common sense would tell you to do, that would indicate that they don't have common sense. Let's not do that. But it's an honor. It's a privilege to be able to give someone feedback, to be able to help shape their life and and help them on their journey. It's to me, I take it as a benefit to be able to take my trials and errors and my triumphs and successes and share them with someone, and to see them do the same, to avoid those pitfalls, right? Or to be able to catapult them forward in their journey because, you gave them a recipe or a secret or, an antidote that can help them avoid things that you could have done. And I just want you guys as leaders to be encouraged that do give the feedback. Don't be nervous about it. But remember, be respectful, be trustworthy. Don't talk down to them. And ask them questions. Ask them, do you feel like what I gave you was appropriate? Do you feel like I was being respectful? Is there anything that came off as too harsh? Do you feel like I don't have a connection or I don't care? Getting feedback is a beautiful thing. I did a video on that, and go check that out. But yes, I wanted to talk about feedback, and I wanted to talk about advice and giving advice. And here's another thing, probably the most important thing that I'll say about advice. It's okay to tell someone that you don't know or you're not sure. Don't pretend that you're an expert in a knowledge, an expert in an area, an expert in information that you're not. You'll give someone that, they'll take it and they'll run and they'll bump their heads with it. If you have to preface it, then preface it with, this is what I did. I'm not an expert at working out. I don't have a degree in physical therapy or training, but this is what I did to lose weight. This is what I did to tone up. This is what I did to get bigger. And prefacing that way versus, what you need to do or what you should do or what people do, that I think that's better. It's okay to say flat out that you don't know and to refer them to somebody else you refer them to somebody else, make sure it's somebody that you trust, that you've asked for advice before, and that they're respectful and they're trustworthy, and they're not going to belittle them or spread around their information or gossip about them. And if you don't have anyone, then it's also okay to say that you don't know and you're not certain where to get that information, but we can try to make that journey together and try to gather to see exactly where we should get it. All right, guys, I hope that helps somebody out. And I need you guys to please take care of yourselves. Please, please, please be kind to one another. Keep me in your prayers. I'll forever keep you in mind. Endure, believe, rise.